Hello sweeties! This is the first video in a series that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking at inspirational and plain badass ladies from throughout history. I'll be looking at women from all over the world and of all races. I already have quite a long list, but if you have any suggestions, just pop them in the comments below and I'll take a look. Today's inspirational lady is Storme Delaverie. Born in 1920 to a white father and black mother, Storme grew up in New Orleans. At the time, interracial marriage was still illegal, so she didn't actually have a birth certificate. They celebrated her birthday on the 24th of December, despite being unsure of when it actually was. Her mother was a servant to her father's family, although they did eventually marry and move to California. Growing up, Storme faced bullying and abuse at the hands of her peers because of being mixed race. One instance left her with her leg in a brace for several years. She'd been hung from a fence by her leg and just left. She had to wait for her brother to find her and help her down. As a teenager, she rode jumping horses with the Ringling Brothers Circus, and she realised she was gay around age 18. At this point, she moved to Chicago, fearing that her life would be in danger if she remained in the South. Here, she met the love of her life, Diana, a dancer she met while performing. Together, they created the Jewel Box Revue, the first racially integrated drag revue in the country. Storme would dress as a man in a white tuxedo and imitate the popular crooners at the time. Her backing dancers were 25 drag queens. They toured the country, and from 1957, their shows could be seen twice weekly at the Apollo Theatre in Harlem. At the time, there was still plenty of harsh legal restrictions in place against anyone who was in the LGBTQ community. Lesbians and gay men could be fined for looking at someone lustfully or with desire. And he could be arrested for not wearing enough items of gender-appropriate clothing. So, meaning, if a woman was wearing a suit, she could be arrested if she wasn't wearing bra and stockings. Meaning that if someone stopped her, she had to prove she was wearing a bra and stockings to the police, who would have been mostly male. Storme herself regularly wore tuxedos and three-piece suits, and she was wearing one the night that made her an icon. In the early hours of the morning on June 28th, 1969, police raided the Stonewall Inn, a popular gay bar in Greenwich Village, New York. It's still open and serving today if you want to take a look. As Storme watched, she saw the police removing a man she knew, and she saw how they handled him. They threw him to the concrete floor, drop-kicked him, and then hit him in the back. Another cop said to Storme, "Move, faggot," thinking she was a gay man. Her response was, "I won't, and don't you dare touch me." The cop shoved and she punched him. 4 officers then attacked and restrained her. 4 officers to 1 woman. When she pointed out her cuffs were too tight, they hit her in the head with a baton, drawing blood. As they dragged her away, blood dripping down her face, she looked at the gathered crowd of onlookers and yelled, "Why don't you guys do something?" As she was hauled into the police wagon, the crowd erupted and the Stonewall Riots began. The riots were more of a rebellion than a riot, more of an uprising. They lasted for 6 days, with protesters planning and organising during the day, and then returning to Stonewall Inn to fight during the night. It's thanks to this dedication that America has the LGBTQ plus rights that it has today. Not long after the riots, Storme lost her partner Diana. After this, she quit performing, but she carried a photo of Diana for the rest of her life. She began working as security, a bodyguard for wealthy families during the day, and a bouncer at lesbian bars at night. although she preferred the term babysitter of my people. She was also known for roaming the West Village vigilante style. She was licensed to carry a gun and refused to tolerate any ugliness, rudeness, bullying, or otherwise intolerant behaviour towards her baby girls, as she referred to them, a term which I think is absolutely adorable. She was still on the staff of the Henrietta Hudson in 2005 at the age of 85. Sadly, Storme passed away in 2014 at the age of 93. She's still remembered today as an icon of the LGBTQ community and as one of the first leaders of the Pride movement.